Is this where you came up in?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I put Robert's foot in my holster. Just this nice little, sorry, I'm having some mic difficulties. There we go. We're just gonna put his foot here. I don't have to say if your receiver did not have a lot of mobility, if they were pretty stiff, you don't need to do too much else. It'll be a lot. But I know Robert is very mobile, very flexible.
But see, I barely feel it on my legs. It's all on my sacrum and low back. It's like you worked on the glute stuff like first because of the legs. And then when you get into here and mobilizing, it's like I feel that super deep, like in my sacrum, down in my hips. It's like mobilizing all through the pelvis, and the lumbar spine.
So you'll see my right hand is kindly, gently, softly. I mean, is that soft? It's not aggressive. I'm not pushing the muscle into the bone, or I'm trying not to.
I'm appreciative.
Yeah, I'm just going back and forth, kind of like the waves, right?
I'd be like, no.
I'm not forcing him open. I'm going back and forth. Just a gentle rock. Because Robert's my friend. I'm not trying to crack him open. I noticed in class when the students were doing that, and I was like, whoa, man. I was like, don't crack him open. Let's be nice. A little flow. So here's where you were talking about. We go in and give a little movement. Do you like it when the leg is more towards the same shoulder, or
A little more to the
opposite?
Yeah.
A big loop.
There we
Oh,
go.
a nice pop.
I had a spontaneous cavitation.
As I'm doing this, I'm making sure to protect my back and myself. So I'm leaning with Robert as I'm doing a nice big twist for his low back. So here's where I was like, I don't normally do this. I knew you were down. What were you doing? It was like this. What were you doing? Was it like this?
I was grabbing around the calf to traction full on the sacrum. There you go.
So I normally do this the harder way.
Which is?
I normally do this.
Standing up.
Standing up. Which
It
when you?
depends on the person.
But this always bothers my SI joint, my low back.
When you stand?
When I'm standing and doing it, sometimes I don't know. I've got issues. So for me, right? That's the way I normally do it. This is the way I just learned. I think I like this better.
And I like this for some people too because you're taking the knee out and taking
It's
the
like I am grabbing you by the knee.
out of the equation. You're not stretching over as many joints now.
Yeah.
So like sometimes, what if somebody had old ankle injuries and you can't hold it?
Ah, true. It's so much better. Do you like it better when I'm pulling down?
Yeah. And I get this nice like TFL kind of lumbar spine, like all this rocking through my sacrum. Feels
I just
super
feel a
nice.
lot stronger doing
But
that.
I'm also getting some like hamstring stretch because you prefer this.
This is also another way I do it.
But it's also because my hamstrings are open enough to do this. People watching this are probably like, I can't do that.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, I like this one as well because I like to stretch while I'm working on my client.
Has more hamstring
Yeah.
with the added to the hip and like lumbar spine.
So my hand being over my knee, I feel like that is not a good thing. I feel like it should be down here, correct? Does it bother you being up here? I would say it's
no,
probably...
I like it.
Okay.
But I think it's also because you're grabbing on either side of the joint.
Yeah.
So it feels like I'm supported around the joint. If you're just below or just above, they have a different feeling.
Yeah.
She's like, no retreat, no surrender.
I was like, what did we
Right
do?
into your calves,
I guess you
right into
started
your
here.
knees.
This is where you started and you went over to that. Yeah.
Well, it's also just exploring range of motion. Seeing where people's bodies allow them to move. Allow them to